Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3. Today we're going to be taking the first look at the brand new Edinburgh to Glasgow ScotRail Express DLC that's just been released. This route comes with the all-new Class 385 in its ScotRail livery, as you can see here. We'll go into a little bit more detail in a minute, just to give you an idea of what you will see in the Class 385. But first I just wanted to show you around Glasgow Queen Street and give a feel for what this is like. I feel that it's been absolutely beautifully modelled. There's a lot of detail. I'm really impressed with this. There is one novelty that I want to show you, and that's this piano over here. Let's just run over it quickly and then we'll get into the stuff that we've all heard. There we go, let's listen to a song. That's fantastic. Anyway, let's get into what we're all here to look at, and that is the Class 385. And we need to get back to the driver's seat and ready to go. So, as you can see, I'm running along the 385, which is in... I've discovered some bagpipes. No, I don't want to give up my service. Hey, neat little collectible there that I didn't see. Very cool. So as I was saying, this 385 is in an 8-car formation at the moment. You can see just there. They also come in a 4-car formation. And the 385, I guess the subclass /1 is a 3-car variant of the 385, and they can then double up to be a 6-car unit as well. Let's close these doors. Nope, I want to press that one. We'll jump in the seat. First thing to do, let's turn this train management system on. This is one of the key features that has been introduced as part of this route by Rivet Games. So let's put the personal ID in, we'll enter that, and then the password, which basically you can put anything in here, and we'll log in. So as you can see, we've got the, it will show our 8 cars. As I was saying, you can put anything in, just so you don't get locked out. I've set everything already up, ready to go, so without further ado, let's get underway. We're under 20 mile an hour at the moment. The max speed of this 385 is 100 miles an hour, which we'll be reaching today. Obviously this is an express route, so yeah, feels pretty fitting. Looks like we've got another 385 coming through the tunnel there. You can see the lights just ahead, its headlights. We're already speeding, so let's just slow things down there. We'll just cruise along. It's very nice. Obviously with the 385 we've got quite a limited view, obviously with this window. I'm curious to see how this will look as we go down the route, how much kind of visibility we'll get from the cab. We've almost come to standstill there, and we're under a 50 mile an hour, so you're too busy talking to you guys. While we're going through the tunnel here, if you like this video, why don't you hit the like button, and also if you're new here, why don't you subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We'll be certainly showing off this route more over the coming days, and if this is in the future, check out the channel. There'll be more videos available. So let's make our way up to 50 miles an hour. Which it's pretty rapid acceleration, already up to 50, which is good to see. We'll be going into a 60, and I think that board is the wrong way round. I'm pretty sure we flip it around. Oh, yeah, it's the wrong way around. I think they might need to look at that. Let's get back into the cab a second. Let's give you a nice shot of this lovely 385 in its ScotRail livery. It really is beautifully modelled. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these. It's been well detailed. There's obviously a lot of time and effort gone into replicate this model. So as we make our way up to 60, let's look at the... Oh, that felt like quite a big shift to the left there. Let's look at our timetable. So first up is Croy in just under 10 miles. We're speeding, so let's just come off the power. Then we're at Falkirk High, Polmont, Lithglow, not Glow, Haymarket, and finally Edinburgh Waverly. So this very much is an express route. It's going to take us roughly around 45-ish minutes to get there. So hopefully we can make some time back from our late departure. I wanted to press that button instead. We are just going past the maintenance depot for the 385, so you can see we've got quite a few 385s stabled here, so let's just go and have a cheeky look at them. So you can see we've got another 38 car and it's 4-car formation. I think this is a 3-car formation here. He says, yes it is. So you can see, as I was saying, in a 3-car and then also in a 4-car. We can start to speed up now. Let's jump back in the cab and see, perfect timing, we're going into an 85-mile-an-hour section. So as I said, one of the key features that has been introduced as part of this route by Rivet Games is the train management system. So let's dive into it. So one of the very cool features, obviously you do lights on or lights off, pretty neat. But we've also got announcements. Now, the one criticism I've got with this is something certainly I picked up in the preview stream of this, is they're not very loud. So let's just kind of prove that point. As you can kind of hear, the ambient noise is really quite loud. So let's just try an announcement. It's very faint. It really is very faint. One thing I would like to see is that announcement sound just turned up a touch. The other thing I would also like to see in the future is auto announcements. At the moment this is very much manual. You have to go in, press the announce button, etc. So yeah, that would be in the future really nice to see it play at sort of automated times as you progress along the route, as you are coming up to a station or just leaving, sort of true to life. So yeah, certainly one I'd like to see. The other thing I would say is there are some really quite rogue announcements in here, like fast train approaching. Well, yeah, if you're inside, you should be okay. So not quite sure what's happened there, but never mind. So we've got 6 miles to go to Croy, and we're pretty much at our max speed of 100 miles an hour. One of the things that some of the train sim community sort of noticed on the preview stream was I guess the brakes being quite poor. So I'm quite intrigued to see what they're like. So as we approach Croy, we'll try and get a feel for how good or bad they actually are once we've had a chance to play it. So it's quite nice that we're going past some stations on the way. Obviously this is an express service. I do wonder actually if those stations are utilised on other services. Not sure. When I did pick this route or pick this service in the timetable, there were other services, so very short services that to just Alloa or some depot moves under the 3-car formation. That service predominantly goes to Dunblane, but for what's modelled on the route is just as far as Polmont, I think. You also get a couple of additional layers with this route. So the Class 3144 from Cathcart Circle is also layered in with 2 services that are playable. And there's also naturally the railhead treatment train, which has only just got the 1 service, which is quite disappointing to see. I would have hoped to see a few more services with the railhead treatment train. So we'll see. The 314 I can understand. It was 314 predates and has never been on this route, so it's kind of a bit of a fictional service, but still nice to see it give a bit of variety. So we're coming up now 3 miles out from Croy. I think we'll start to apply the brakes perhaps about a mile out to see what they're like. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. One of the cool features that 385 going in the opposite direction. There we go, see it off in the distance there. Give you a lovely outside view of this 385. Is also the door selection in here. So previously with all TSW routes, if you open the doors, it was very much every door opens on whichever side you sort of selected. Now with the this train management system, it allows you to pick the specific doors and open them. So for example, I could just open the first front, the doors on the front 4 coaches and leave the rears closed. Very cool. I think we will try that at one of the stations along the way. I think we'll start to come off the power now as we head towards Croy. We're almost about a mile out, so I think we'll go into minimum braking. Not really losing too much there. Let's go 40%. It really isn't slowing. Let's go 76%. I think we're going to have to go max here. I can see some of the, the validity of some of this. So it very much is down the lower end of the brake range. It seems pretty weak. Say at 29%, we're not really scrubbing too much speed off. Perhaps that's true to life, I'm not sure. There we go. Pretty much hit our stop marker there. I think once you get used to them, they're probably, pretty accurate. Let's have a little look. So, this is Croy. One of the other sort of key features is that with some of these station buildings, they're very much more, there's a lot more decoration into them. There's a lot of detail gone into it, as you can see in this back office, and obviously the detail in the actual waiting room itself. And we won't be stopping here for long. Those closing door sounds are loud, but we'll go with it. Let's pop ourselves just here to watch us depart from Croy. And we're in 100 mile an hour, so we can be quite aggressive on our power. Let's go into notch 4. There we go. So next up is Falkirk High. Again, sort of 10 miles. We've got about 7 minutes to do it, so should be pretty doable. Let's jump back outside. I'm intrigued to see what the horn sound is like on this, as we're going through quite a deep cut-in by the looks of it. As we get... Oh, something weird happened with the sound there, as we almost got hit by another 385 going in the opposite direction. So there we go. This 385 really does pick up its speed quite quickly. So at Falkirk, what we'll do is we'll try the manual door selection and see if we can get that to work. So I believe how it works is you select, looks like you select the doors you want, and then you can hit open left or right. So we'll do the front 4 cars and see if that works. It's a pretty well detailed route, I have to say. Let's get a feel for that you're very much going through the Scottish countryside here. definitely have to say the sort of the view from the driver's position is you don't really get to take a lot of this in. You get a bit of it, but it's quite limited. But I think that's it's very much not down to the game. That's just I guess a bit of a downside to the way this locomotive was designed in real life. But it's nice to be getting up to speeds of 100. Nice for high speed ish, and I say ish route. It's got a good length. It's 48 miles in length in sort of totality. Fair, good length. It's a little bit on the shorter side I suppose it's point to point. It's probably about the right length, I have to say. Let's just look at the map itself. So. As you can see, we started all the way down here in Queen Street. If I can find us, there we are. We've made our way all the way along here. As you can see, we're just here. We're making our way to Falkirk High, which is here. You can see there are some sort of branches off this line all the way along until we finally get into Edinburgh, where you've got Haymarket, and finally Edinburgh Waverly. So yeah, pretty cool. Interested to hear what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Really do leave your comments down. Intrigued to hear what they're like, what your thoughts are. You can see here's one of the branches off to the left. Cool. There's a lot of sort of light flare off. Now, really interesting. This, I don't know if you heard it there. As we went through that section of track there, it was a neutral zone in which, so as you can see, denoted by these little yellow blocks. As soon as you go into these neutral zones, the power is cut as you roll through it. So if you do get stuck, you're not getting back out. But yeah, you could definitely hear the clunk of, I guess, the circuit breaker dipping out as we went in, and then it sort of clicking back or closing again as it got power back. It's a nice little neat feature as well. So quite a lot of trees on this route. You can't really see too much. I'm gonna have to give you more outside views to get a real sense for the route. I think the one thing that is quite frustrating is the ambient noise when in the cab. It is quite loud, which is a shame. I'm not sure I don't feel like in a modern train that would be true to life. Don't know. So we're only 1.6 miles out of Falkirk now, so we've got to be thinking about using our wonderful brakes again. It'd be interesting to see this come off the power. So if we go into minimum, let's use 27%. Takes a little while for it to really sort of engage. And it's interesting that the brake cylinder pressure keeps fluctuating around. There's the platform. To be probably braking a little bit harder at this point. Yeah, that's very odd. The brake cylinder pressure is really quite fluctuating heavily. Even though we're holding steady on sort of the amount of brake that we're applying. Yeah, that's. Did you see that? That went from 0 to fully applied. There was a real delay, and I didn't use the door opening. See, that would have been perfect. Let me tell you what. Let's lock the doors a second. I'm going to use this properly. So I don't want to open. So I want to open everything bar the front coach because guess what? We've overshot. And now let's just go and see if this has actually worked. Hello. There you go. Those passengers that have overshot, well, you're going to have to walk back through here, I'm afraid. Although there are no passengers. Oh my god. There you go. And they can use that. How very cool. So if you do overshoot because of the poor brakes, you know what to do now. There legitimately is no passengers on this train. Why are there no passengers? That doesn't feel right either. Come on, shut the door. Thank you. No. Shut that door. Shut the. There we go. Too many doors. Right, let's lock the doors. And away we go. Definitely something going on with the brakes and the way that they're simulated. It was a real delay then. Hopefully they take a look at those brakes and something is done with them. And certainly that lighting effect as well, because that didn't feel legit. So next up, Polmont, and that is only 2.9 miles away, so we're really sort of making progress now. Let's have a look on the map. We are, I'd say we're about halfway. I have to say, overall, am I impressed with the route? Yeah, I think so. I think with a bit of polishing, so far this has been really enjoyable. Yeah. And we're back up to our 100 mile an hour speed limit. Would there be other AI traffic on this route as well to give it a bit more, more of a busy feeling? I don't know. I'm not sure how how busy this line is in real life, but it feels like it should be probably busier. You know, a key connection between two major cities in Scotland. I don't know, especially with all those branches as well. I feel like there probably should be more. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. So here we go again. Let's apply the brakes and see how we get on this time for Polmont. There we go. We've got another 385 coming in the opposite direction. Nice to see. Again, we're not really losing too much speed here. We're going to have to go max here. We've obviously got a branch line coming off from the right there. Okay, we'll keep it in minimum for now. There is a real delay to the brakes actually applying. You can definitely feel it. We're still slightly behind schedule, but only by about a minute or so, so no drama there. Come on, brake, 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 brake. There we go. Let's unlock the doors. We're in the platform this time. Okay, so let's get going. Oh no, we need to lock the doors. What am I thinking? There we go. And away we depart. Definitely something going on with those brakes. They are definitely interesting. They'll certainly give you something to think about while you play this route. So next up is Lithgow, and that is just 4.4 miles to go. I'm really intrigued to see Edinburgh Waverly. From the sort of pre-release screenshots, they've spent a lot of time doing the detailing around Edinburgh itself. So you've got naturally Edinburgh Castle, which looked amazing in those screenshots. So interested to see what they are like as well. One of the things that hasn't unfortunately been implemented, which is one of the key features of Train Sim World 3, is on the stations they get very much snow covered and wet. If it's snowing and raining, it's really quite disappointing to see, given that's dynamic weather, and weather and lighting in general is one of Train Sim World 3's key features. So I really hope they do go back and take a look at that and fix that, along with these brakes. I think I've come to the conclusion they don't feel prototypical. We can't say I drive these, but yeah, not sure, not sold on them. So we've got 2 miles to go. We've got 90 mile an hour coming up soon. We'll just cruise now, I think, and I think we'll let the speed naturally scrub off. There we go. Got a 3-car unit going in the opposite direction there. Let's apply minimum. Let's see what that does. Oh, well, speed is coming off. Not very... Oh, there we go. There's 90. Not very quickly, I have to say. Going through some farmland by the looks of it. Oh, wow. Nice bridge here. We get, or viaduct, should I say we're going over? So just 1.3 miles to go, and we need to be thinking about our braking yet again. So we'll start braking now. I think we'll go to 50% this time. So interestingly, it didn't feel like there was a delay. Not too much micro stuttering on this route either yet, touchwood, so feels like it's been optimized, he says. I haven't noticed it, which is a good thing. Got no brakes under pressure now. I really don't know what's going on with those brakes. I think we're going to overshoot here a bit again. Nope, wrong one. Yep, we've overshot yet again. Definitely not. Okay, so yet again we'll go. Those front two cars will not open. Oh. Well, I've done that wrong, but oh, there's one door in the. Let's just do all of. No, let's do that. Oh, there you go. Lock the doors. Hopefully they don't open again. No, we're good. So next up is Haymarket, 15 miles. Actually, I'll tell you what we will do. Let's come off the power a second. Let's give you an announcement so you can hear it. We'll go customer information. We'll go next station.
The next station is Haymarket.
There you go. See, you can hear the announcement now. It's just when you're going at speed, that ambient noise is just so loud it drains it out. It's really quite disappointing. There we go. So when we get to Haymarket, we'll have a little wander around the interior of the train, and also I'll show you those guard panels as well. So hopefully we can do these 15 miles quite quickly. And we have to do the obligatory, let's get a thumbnail. Let's let's kill this. It's good as any. Or do we want to get one in the station? I think we might want to get one in the station actually. As much as it's nice to have it in motion, I think one at the station will look a little better. There we go, we've got another one coming in. So there's a fair few trains we pass, which is pretty cool. As I say, is it true to life? Don't know. I'm sure some very knowledgeable people will let me know. There we go, we're up to almost 100 miles an hour. We've definitely got a bit of cab wobble as well going on. I certainly hope you're not seasick. So let's just look where we are on the map. You see we've got a fair old way to go, so we are probably 2/3 of the way there now. And this will be our final run into Haymarket. What have we got side? What's that there? That's interesting. Interesting to see what that is. Also, would there be any freight on this route? That's a question. I'm not sure if anyone knows. If you do, let me know in the comments. Would you expect to see freight on this route, or is it just purely or predominantly, very much a kind of passenger corridor? Because I can imagine this would be quite fun with some freight on it as well. Slightly speeding there. Definitely going through some cuttings here. They're supposed to be slow in. Go. We got down to 90 eventually. And we'll need to be going down to 80 shortly as well. Yeah, it's that weird kind of lighting as you go into tunnels. Got a bit of some nice curvature to this track. It's not all just straight, which is cool. Gives it some bit of variance, which is always nice to see. So I'm hoping as we get towards Edinburgh that this certainly starts to feel a lot more busy, because naturally in real life, you know, both Glasgow and Edinburgh should be, you know, very much, you know, very busy. Obviously we don't have other than 314 any other ScotRail liveried locomotives, or locomotives that would we need to be braking as well. Let's be braking. That would naturally fit, other than the HST, but I know it's not quite right for in the sense that those coaches have now been modified that we get, and obviously it would need to be liveried into the ScotRail livery. But could be one for the future as perhaps an add-on. Got another nice viaduct here. We'll be going back up to 100 in just a second. Let's make our way back up to 100. It's quite nice line side scenery here. It's nice to see that they've added that. Let's chase after our 385 here. Got another branch merging in here from the right. We'll get ahead of it and we'll trying to multitask here, slow us down. Yeah, we'll chase ahead here, and then we'll find somewhere to watch us fly by at 100 miles an hour. Let's get quite a little way ahead, and here will be just fine. There we go. Jump back into the cab. Oh, it would have been good if we caught the other 385 going in the opposite direction and saw them cross paths. So 5 miles to go to Haymarket. Let's go home on the old train management system. I think it's certainly a nice novelty. It'd be great to have auto announcement. I think I just need to get the hang of the old manual door selection. Be nice to see some more features in there. It really would be. Downlights are on, downlights are off, cab lights on. There we go. See what buttons are usable. Doesn't look like the GSMR is usable at all. It would be nice to see some consistent use of the GSMR. I know certainly on some routes previously we've had elements that would work, so at least you could turn it on. But clearly not on this one. feels like we're starting to move towards a more built-up area now. And I guess you would start to get this as we start to, I guess, head into Edinburgh. We've got an 80 mile an hour speed limit coming up in just about a mile and a half. Yep, you can definitely feel that we're running certainly alongside parallel another line here. You can see over to the left some building. Oh, feels like an estate or something. Let's come off the power and start to apply the brakes at just 25%. I think is absolutely fine. We're going to have to apply a bit more brake to get us down in time for. There we go. Here's the 80 mile an hour board. So over here we've got. I think this is this Hampden Park Stadium? I'm pretty sure it is. That's very nicely modelled. Yeah, that's beautiful. I think well done Rivet Games, that's very well done. Yeah, fair play to them. And then give you a better shot there. Very, very nice. We need to be braking here. Actually, we need to go max on this. The other bit, there we go. This is one of the sort of main train depots outside of Edinburgh, and it's, well, quite frankly, dead. It's quite sad to see. Let's just come off. Well, those brakes work when you go to max, so I can say that much. So here we go. We're entering Haymarket. Really does feel like we're in a built-up area now. Shame there's no other trains here as we're entering. We're going to slightly overshoot our stop marker there, as ever. And we're on time. How about that? Let's unlock those doors and let's go for a little wander. Oh, we've got some passengers now. So pretty nice interior. As you can see, this is the guard panel that I was talking about. And to activate them, you do need to do the handover button in the cab. So unfortunately, we can't use them at the moment. Which is a shame. Let's jump out here, have a look at have a look at Haymarket. Looks pretty cool. Let's jump back in. We need to be going. Shut the doors again. Let's jump in the seats. Let's lock those doors. And so the very final stop will be Edinburgh Waverly as we make it through this tunnel. There we go. We leave for Edinburgh Waverly. Platform 12. Obviously, Edinburgh Waverly is an extremely busy station, so I hope we get to see quite a few trains there to give that realism of busyness. We've got a very bright light going on here down the side. I'm not sure that's quite right, but hey, there we go. We are speeding, of course. Let's just deal with that. And let's just cruise along. We need to be going out to 20 miles an hour shortly. So let's apply those brakes. It's quite a slow approach to Waverly, as you'd expect. There we go. Made it down in time. Acknowledge AWS. First time we've had to acknowledge it. Hopefully we can get a nice... Can we go... How high can we go? Not very high actually. We can see the tops of the buildings. I certainly hope we're taking the set point here. So, yeah, I was going to say, otherwise we're heading straight for a collision. We've got a single aspect yellow there. And you can see we'll be heading into platform 12. Where is platform 12, I wonder? Over here. Okay. This looks really quite well detailed as well. Be good to have a little wander around Waverly. Or a little flyabout, should I say. Oh, don't derail. We didn't just bounce off the buffers at all. Those brakes are awful. Rivet Games, you definitely need to sort those out. It's a good job I didn't derail there. Okay, well I think that pretty much sums up those brakes quite nicely. Let's have a look. Oh, it's chucked me outside Waverly. That's not very helpful. I want to get back in. No, please let me in, please. I want to go here. Ah, the 8 camera. Let's do this as much as we can. So you can see the concourse is nicely detailed. Got some shops here, which I hope you can be able to access on foot. Would be quite nice to see if they work. And I think to conclude this, let's lock the doors. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit the like button. Why don't you subscribe as well? What are my views? It's all right. There's a few flaws in it, especially the brakes. Yeah, I think I would recommend it as long as those there are some fixes, but not bad, I have to say, really well detailed. So if you enjoyed this one, I'll see you in the next one. There'll be plenty more of these. For now, bye bye.